Welcome back, Scott Wessex Blades, putting together Ralph's ferro rod, a nice custom one with some black and green G10 and some wood with a fillet in the middle. So bear with me and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so what we got here are enough components to make Ralph's ferro rod. Now those are the main section, or the main pieces, which are the two sported and stabilised pieces of hardwood. Now what I want to do is end up with a very attractive ferro rod that basically is a circle with G10 liners. So that would be wood, this would be black, that would be lime green, that would be black. Same the other side, that would be black, that would be lime green, that would be black. That way on. Now, if I used a piece of wood this large, by the time that it goes in there and you end up with then 3 sections of G10, by the time that you cut this into a or you form it into a round, your billet with a thick piece in the middle, your G10s, by the time you make it into a circle you've got hardly any wood left on the outside. So what I've chosen to use is a thinner piece of yew, so it's thinner in the middle. Instead of that wood going on, thin piece of yew, G10, 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 wood, G10, 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 wood. By the time you end up with a round, you should end up with a sizable size of wood on the outside, whilst you can still see the beautiful colours of the wood and the G10 and the centre fillet. So it would now be a thinner piece of wood in the middle then with the G10. So what we've got to do is prep these so they're flat, cut the section off that and make that as even as I possibly can, and then I'm going to cut these into pieces that sort of size in order to layer up like in England we call licorice all sorts, and you end up with that nice pattern of black and green that will be in keeping with what the knife handle section is. Obviously when I made the handle there wasn't enough sported in the section to make the handle too large in order to chop a piece off the end, and that's the ferro rod. I had what I had, and it's a Golok handle, so it was extra size. So it all got used up on the handle. That's what happens with larger blades. So I actually managed to find something that was very similar, was sported. That now is going to be given over to doing his ferro rod. Right, let's get going. Okay, welcome back. Now it's simply a case of prepping each of the surfaces with a pretty vicious 36 grit piece of sandpaper, like like so, because when you go by hand you end up creating more crazy lines. So every surface is going to be increased its adhesion with the epoxy. So there, I've roughed it out on the belt grinder, done the work, most of the work, the donkey work, but now I'm going to finish it off like that, every surface all the way down. So insight into how I make a custom ferro rod. Obviously I have to now wait until that is secured overnight, take it back out, and then we'll be on to the next stage, which will be squaring it off, fitting the lanyard tube and the ferro rod inside. That'll be gluing, and then the third day, that's when it gets finished. 3 days. Thanks for joining me. It's got Wessex Blades.